So I just missed my train, so I can do the after the mic in my car whilst waiting for the next train. So the mic I did was last night. It was at the Climate Lounge, and then I went to Creek in the Cave, and then I went back to Climate Lounge. So at Climate Lounge, I had a good set. People told me I had a good set, but yesterday I was not feeling it at all. I wanted to go home. It was snowing. It was wet. And honestly, for whatever reason, I was so in my head that I just didn't feel confident about the stuff that I was putting out. And I still did. I think I still did fairly well. But I did this thing that I kind of hate that I do. It's something that's really cool. And if I'm able to work it into something, then that's cool. But I do it as whenever I'm failing, which is like really terrible. You don't want something that you're like, I'm gonna use this just in case I bomb. It's not bombing material. It's just something I do because I know it will get a laugh just for me. It's not for you guys to laugh. It's literally for me. It's really selfish that I do this. So what I do is I do this Adam Sandler voice. I do this thing where I say, this is my impression of Adam Sandler making a salad. And then I go, oh, there's tomatoes and cucumbers and dressing, and then you eat it. I do this thing, okay? It's good. It's a good impression. I know it's a good impression. But I just, like, after I did it, I was like, I felt so shitty. I was like, what a fucking cop-out. Because I'm doing that. The reason I'm doing that is because I wanted to go to Climate Lounge and I wanted to do the new stuff I wrote about growing up in New Jersey. Instead, I did the stuff that I've just been doing, which, again, it can still be worked through. It's not like that 5 minutes is like the best 5 minutes that anybody has ever done. I can still work on it, but I wanted to mix it up and start doing new stuff. So I was kind of like defeated. That's why I did the Adam Sandler thing. And although it went over well, it's just like in my head, in my own personal head, I'm just like, ugh, what a freaking cop-out. And then after the Climate Lounge, I went to Creek in the Cave, and that was really cool because a girl that I actually met at Broadway Comedy Club, her name is Sabrina Robinson, super funny. She was there. It was her first time at that mic, and I had seen her at Broadway Comedy Club a bunch of times, so it was cool seeing a familiar face because you don't always get to see them. And she was like, you know, this is my first time at this mic, blah, blah, blah. And when I got called up to do my set, again, I didn't plan a set for Creek in the Cave again, and I was already feeling like shitty that I was like, didn't have balls enough to try my new stuff at the previous set. So I said, I'm just gonna do impressions in this mic. So I went up to the mic and I was like, I'm just gonna do a couple of impressions that could or could not work in my set. So of course, again, I did the Adam Sandler one. I did this George Harrison one that like I'm kind of working on, and just a bunch of other silly things. It was fine, but when I got off stage, she had filmed it, and she was like, oh, I'll email this to you. I felt like so grateful. I was so grateful that she filmed it, because I'm trying to film everything, and Creek in the Cave is so hard to film there unless you have someone there to film for you, because it's so packed. I wouldn't know where to put my camera, and I was just so appreciative. And the filming, like, she filmed it good. It was more my set was just like, whatever. And then the 10:30 show that I did back at the Climate Lounge went really well, and I didn't film it. I didn't film it because I was so tired. It was like 11:45, and I'd been up at 5 a.m. So I'm like super tired, and I'm like, whatever, I'm not gonna film this one. I was like, I'm just gonna do like freaking crowd work, and I'll fit in some of my New Jersey stuff. I fit in some of my New Jersey stuff. I did crowd work, and I freaking killed it. I did such a good job. Like, it was good. I was getting laughs. And there was only like 4 people in the room because I was literally the second to last call. So honestly, it was like I was an opener for the headliner, which was the last guy who was called. But I was like, a lesson learned that I will film every single set that I do, because you never know if, even if you're having a shitty day and you're like, I think I'm just gonna, you know, bomb this, whatever, you could have the best freaking mic of your life and you didn't film it. I definitely didn't have the best mic of my life, for sure not, but it was something that I should have filmed because I barely ever do crowd work. I don't know how to work it into my system yet, my set, so I barely ever do it. I was unbelievably shocked and pissed off that I didn't film it. So those were the past mics. They did well. They were exciting, and well, yeah, that's it. And yeah, now I'm back heading to the city for a nice Saturday run. So let's make the train this time.